How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another one bar build in Gedonia. Today we are going to be using the Templar armor set, so let's dive in and have a look at the armor. And his starting attributes are going to be 3 strength, 3 agility, and 2 intellect with 0 charisma. This is a pretty cool looking set of armor. It's just like a magical warrior, I suppose, like a Templar, hence the name. I really like the look of it. Just makes you feel real bulky and just do some magic and hit stuff. All right, let's have a look at the armor bonuses. For the 2 item armor bonus, your enchant weapon attack cooldown is reduced to 5 seconds. And with all 5 pieces of armor, summons 3 summoned weapons instead of 1. Each melee attack has a chance to increase magic damage, physical and damage absorption, and then whatever magic tree you sort of want, be it dark, elemental, holy, or nature. No arcane, unfortunately. Bit of health, not much stamina, little bit to mana, your melee damage 50%. This is pretty much an all-rounder. It can boost your magic and your melee damage. So with the accessories, with the cloak, I just went with the Cloak of Shadow. Increases damage of poisons, which you'll probably put a poison on the blade anyway, just like most of my melee builds. But you really want that 250% melee damage. And with the other accessories, I just went with the Enchanted Gladiator set. So with the 2 items, summon weapon has a chance to additionally a flying sword companion that attacks your enemies. But with all 4, summon weapon has a chance to additionally summon flying hammer companion that attacks your enemies as well. You'll get both of their bonuses, and it'll just boost up your health, stamina, and mana pool, and also increase your melee damage. Now onto the weapon. The weapon itself is called the Spirit of the Thunder. So each strike has a chance to add Rage of Thunder effect, which increase melee and elemental damage. After getting 40 stacks, hits enemies around with chain lightning 3 times and creates lightning strikes that stuns enemies around. This will give you 130 damage and 160% damage with your elemental magic spells, plus 60 to stamina. And that in turn will complement this build very well. So onto the skills. So with the skills, we're going to go from left to right again, starting at Ferocity. So in Ferocity, you just want level 2 Powerful Strike, which will just do our single targets. What this will do, it'll deal 562% damage, just a big hit, and that's pretty much it. Next up, we have melee damage level 5. So this is just a straight boost to melee damage, 70%, and also 2-handed weapons level 2. So increases our damage by 30%, attack speed by 20%, and crit chance by 4% whenever we wield a 2-handed weapon. All right, moving on to Combat Mastery. This is where things get a little bit interesting. We get Enchant Weapon level 2. So of course, with our Enchant Weapon, we are going to go with Lightning with this build. So it has a chance to shock enemies, stunning them for 3 seconds whenever we hit. And then our Enchant Weapon level 2 also has a Cleave effect that deals 50% of main weapon damage and scales with melee and magic damage bonuses. And then from there, we get Summon Weapon. Now, this summons a rotating sword near the player that deals damage for 10 seconds. Sword deals same amount of damage as main weapon and scales with melee damage bonuses. Next up, we have Piercing Strikes level 2. We have a 33% chance for stacking armor piercing effect that is increased damage received of the target by 1% each stack. And level 2 just gives them reduced movement and attack speed for 15 seconds. Next up, we have level 4 Fencing. So this is just going to be for our combo, and it'll just deal additional armor piercing effect with 100% chance at the end of the attack. Next up, we have Arcane Magic. So we went with Blink level 3, but then we upgraded it to Evasive Blink. Blink replaces our dodge, so we can just use Blink instead of putting it on our hotbar. It's our dodge now. Every time we blink, it can give us a stack of arcane instability, and that increases the mana cost of our next blink by 200%. Next up, we have Slow Time level 3. So this creates a zone of slow time, which slows down all enemies around and enemy projectiles for 30 seconds. So this is the huge size one. So you want to pop this when you're in a big group of enemies. Next up we have mana bonus level 3, just a passive straight up 100 mana. Then we have mana replenishment, just gives us 300% mana regen, and also magic resistance level 3, increases our magical resistance by 9%. Alright, here in elemental magic we have elemental beam level 2. So this creates a powerful beam of focused elemental energy for 4 seconds, and will deal damage according to current element that we have equipped, and that just increases the damage to level 2 one. Then of course we have focus the element level 3, and with the lightning that we're going to be infusing it with, shoots the lightning to a target which can bounce to multiple targets after that. So pretty much a chain lightning. That's what I can take from it. And we're also going to get that mastery of focus the element effectiveness. We won't consume our lightning buff. Over here in elements, we're going to be choosing the lightning element. So this applies lightning element to us, which will randomly damage enemies all around us. So just a good little bit of damage, and also can really affect our elemental beam and focus the elements. Next up we have level 5 rampage of the elements, so just boosts our magic damage by 70%. Then we come to the defense tree. So we just skipped all the other skills and just went straight to the mastery defense master, which gives us 30% health increase. Then after that we'll go to talents, and then we just put 5 points in health bonus, so we got 500 more health. 5 points in melee damage bonus, so we get another 250% melee damage boost. 5 points in magic bonus, so we get another 125% magic damage. Defense bonus, put 5 points in that, increasing our armor and magic resist by 5%, and also speed bonus, which increases our attack speed by 15% and movement speed by 1.25. Like always, just before you fight, you can put your lightning element on and also enchant your weapon. You gotta wait until you put your element back on. Alright, so now that we got our lightning element on, we can use focus the element now, just to get that first initial hit. Summon weapon. You can see that does a lot of damage. They've all been taken care of. We can move over here. We can't use summon weapon again. We can use elemental beam, which again does do a fair bit of damage. Use our slow and dodge there. Alpha strike. And then we can use our enchant weapon ability, our cleave. Use our summon weapon again. It's pretty much going to be our bread and butter. We have dodge happening. He's down. And he's down. We'll have another look here. Go focus the element. Summon that down. Using all of our abilities here now. Wait till they come in. And you can see our summon weapons, how they got the sword and the hammer there. With this build, you want to do all your damage and dodge as much as you can. Try and slow all the enemies down as much as you can and really control the battlefield. It'll play like a battle mage where you use all of your magic abilities and really just melee when you've used up all of your abilities. Summon weapon when you can to do massive amounts of damage, and if the armor enchants and accessory enchants proc, then it's game over for the enemy. There is pros and cons. Like pros, you've got sort of magic at your fingertips plus any melee abilities. Your dodge is very good. You can dodge quite a distance to get out of danger. Other than that, there's not much maneuverability. You can sprint out of the way or you can just dodge. Anyway, guys, let me know what you guys think. That'll do it for me. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. And I hope to see you in the next one. All right, guys. Take care.